Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and today I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about the fact that strong people are just generally more useful, okay? And we need to understand this. You know, I talk a lot about different psychological benefits, therapeutic benefits, therapy, all these things of with training, but stuff that needs to also be addressed is the fact that you're more useful to everyone around you. You're more useful to your society, to your family. And in fact, strong people are harder to kill. And we need to realize this. And I'm saying this as someone who spent, until I got really sick, I started out fat, but I was still considered kind of strong. And then I got really fit and really into lifting in my 20s. Then I obviously got sick and lost everything, was in bed and then rebuilt myself. But both in the interims before and after that, people treat you different when you carry a lot of muscle and you're strong. They see you as more useful. And you need to understand this. Anyone who doesn't train does not understand this. Everyone kind of relies on you. In other words, hey, when you're younger, obviously we don't do this when we get over, no, we're not doing this. I'm not moving your furniture for some pizza. But when you're big and you lift and you're strong, man, people are always asking you, hey, will you come help me lift this? At your job, they'll help you. You're just seen as more useful. People, friends, family, hey, will you come help us move? Help. Why? Because they know that you're more useful in these situations. People act like strength is somehow in the modern world not useful. That's just simply not the reality. Okay, and everyone knows it. And we all know it deep down. You all know when it comes to anything like that needs to be done, you're going to get called on. Now, people say, well, I don't want to lift and get called on the things. Well, why wouldn't you? Okay, let's talk about having a sense of accomplishment and pride as a man. Okay, think about that even in terms of just your self-esteem and your sense of self-worth. Even though, yes, if you're strong and able-bodied, you're going to be asked to do, a lot of different things. People are just going to ask. But wouldn't you rather be that guy? Okay? Wouldn't you rather be that guy? Think about that from your self-esteem that, hey, if someone says, hey, oh, you're in the parking lot. Will you help me pick this up, please? Will you help me load this water bottle? Just because you're coming through. And I know people say, oh, I don't, but I can tell you it feels good. When you train, those little things will make you feel better about yourself. You just feel more valued. All right? You just feel more valuable to people around you. And you are more valuable to your community. And your community will see you that way. A strong man is absolutely an asset to those around him, and you're viewed that way. And it's better to be an asset than a liability. And here's the thing I would say to a lot of guys out there. Even a lot of these guys are talking about, oh, they can't find, a good girl or a good woman and all this stuff. Look, you don't think being stronger helps with these things? Because if you're viewed as more useful, and I hate to tell you guys, but being utilitarian, having utility increases your value as a man just in general to everybody around you. Sorry, but it does. You don't have to like that, but it is the reality, and that is your lot in life, fellas. And the sooner you get over it, the better. The sooner you say, instead of don't stand around crying about any of it, just accept it and then go, okay, well, how can I be considered just more valuable to everybody? Be stronger, physical strength. Because here's the thing. Nobody wants a weak husband. All right, let's state that. Given a choice, no one wants a weak husband. No one wants a weak son. Definitely nobody wants a weak father. Okay? Nobody wants a weak father. I can tell you that for children, that's an important looking up. If their dad is strong, I hate to use that cliche. My dad can beat up your dad, right? You all remember that as kids. Hey, nobody wants a weak brother. Nobody wants a weak friend, right? Don't be an asset to your family, whether it's, your parents, brothers or sisters, cousins, children, your wife. Be an asset to them. not a liability. A weak man is a liability. Okay? Again, you come down to guys out here talking about, oh, I can't meet a good girl. Well, what do women really seek? They want to feel safe. Like, if you really are trying to impress a girl that you want, a woman that you want, make her feel safe. Safety has a lot of things. Physical safety is one part of it. You know, there's other types of safety. There's everything from emotional safety and financial safety and all those things. Those all matter. Those matter too. It's all part of it. They just want to feel safe. Any man they feel safe with, just safe in general across the board. Like, you're gold. Like, you're in. That's attractive. Making her feel safe, just in general. Just safe is a general feeling. Well, being strong helps with that, assuming you're not violent with her. Okay? No one wants a weak husband. Kids don't want a weak father. Society doesn't need weak men. Okay? And the stronger you are, the more of an asset you are to your community. And again, let's come down to guys. Step back away from the nonsense online and all the red pill stuff, or all your time with video games, and think about society as a whole and how you fit in your role. Okay? If you're strong, you are seen as an asset. I don't care if it's your neighborhood, your work, your church, your school. Okay? You're a bigger asset. As long as you're part of that community, you're not, someone preying on that community. Well, then that's why they need that's why they need the strong men. It's like, oh, there could be other strong men out there who are a problem for this community. And then your role as protector. Right? Strong men are more useful. You are seen as protectors, as leaders, as a guy who can go get stuff done. Man, that's the guy who can help us load this in the truck. He can help us move this. People look up to you. Okay? It's not, oh, he's big dumb buff. No, they look up to you. Oh, this is a guy who can go get, he can help with he can move this. He can take care of it. Okay? You want to be that guy. Even at your work, you're like, but it's not even my job at work. Yeah, but it gets noticed. The women in the office like the guy who can come over and move the stuff or lift the stuff for them. That's, oh, this is good. Like, then they're happy. Then they're good around you. This is good for your work environment. Right? Your bosses notice it later. Well, he may do your main thing with his job, but hey, when push comes to shove, John over here, Bob over here, he's the one who comes over and moves something when we need it. Man, he's got some extra use outside of just his normal job too. We got to think, again, you set a positive example even with the person who, determines your raises, who might affect your promotions. Well, man, he's just real useful. He's an asset. Even if you don't even have a physical job. Now, if you got a physical job, this is a big deal. Oh, this is going to be directly tied to your performance and work. So there's that. So you look at your love life, look at your professional life, and then you look at your community. Guy in the neighborhood who can help move the stuff as there's an emergency or problem. People like that. Your church, your group, maybe you're not just, maybe you're part of a church, maybe you're part of something else, whatever other group. Some hobbyist group, oh man, Bob over here, we got to come move these tables. Man, Bob he can handle his end of it. They look up to you. Okay? This is a positive thing. You are just more useful. People feel safer with you. Bob's strong. He'll keep everybody safe. Seen as a protector. More likely to be seen as a leader. You're going to be respected. And this is the point. Right? Strong men are more useful and they're more respected, just in general in society. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.